created two accounts, one with $15 million, the other with $30 million, that the Port of Georgetown can access to begin the dredging process. Be the only port eligible for that money. You'll have to compete for it, but we now have a way to move forward. But as time goes on, the amount of money to get to 50 feet goes up. So we're going to have to come up with a merit-based system that is bipartisan, and we're going to take a couple of $1 billion at least, set it aside, because if we don't deepen our ports and deal with our transportation issues around exporting American products, we're going to lose jobs. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I do nothing else for you, I may disappoint you at times. I am going to solve the Port of Georgetown's problem. I promise you. Three quick challenges of our time. Jobs. How many of you seen the economy worse in recent memory? I guess you did during the Depression. Well, we don't want to go back there, but I can't remember a time in South Carolina where it's been worse. You got any bankers here? You got to be a banker here. You probably don't know what you can lend commercially because you don't know what the rules are going to be from Dodd-Frank. Has anybody tried to borrow money lately? The only people that can get a loan are the ones that don't need it. Challenge of our time. If Iran gets a nuclear weapon, how many of you worried they might actually use it? Me too. I am telling you, of all the things I've talked about today, this one issue could change the world more than anything I've talked about. If Iran acquires a nuclear weapon, it changes the Mideast forever. Sunni Arabs are not going to allow Shia Persians to have a nuclear knife at their throat. There will be a proliferation of nuclear weapons in the Mideast, and you're on the road to Armageddon. The good news is, if we'll be bold and let the enemy know what awaits them, we can deter them. Ronald Reagan is my hero. When he stood in front of the Berlin Wall and said, "Tear it down," it eventually failed. It started with deepening the Port of Charleston, and we're ending with Armageddon and the Port of Georgetown. The bottom line is, having said everything I've told you, I am optimistic that we can do all three. Create jobs in a way that no other country can, because we're free, we're smart, and we're entrepreneurial. Just unleash America. That we can get out of debt, because what Jim and his generation did, working together, proves that when we're working together, there's no mountain we can't climb. And no Republican Party is going to fix entitlements without the Democratic Party helping us. And I am convinced that radical Islam is a footnote in history if it is confronted. And one thing I will tell you is that if the world took Hitler serious, millions would have been saved. If we don't take this threat serious and engage it, we're going to have a catastrophe on our hands. But if we will be involved and engaged in the world, even though we're broke, if we will reach out to people who would live in peace with us and give them some help, it will be the best thing we can do for the security of your family. As your senator, a member of the United States military, my number one priority above job creation, above getting out of debt, is having a military that can protect us